Hi, this is Megan Flynn with Skills USA, and in this short screencast, we're going to show you how you can dive in to the Career Essentials Advanced course, which is a requirement for your Skills USA National Officer application. So what is Career Essentials? Career Essentials is a project-based curriculum that teaches career readiness skills. So that means you'll be doing online activities as well as offline activities that you write about and upload into a learning management system that really teach you the skills that you're going to need once you enter the workforce, regardless of the type of job you go into. I think you'll also find that many of the skills that you acquire that are really referred to as soft skills or employability skills or workplace skills are really also helpful in other areas of life, such as your personal life and academia. Let's have a look at how career readiness or employability skills can come into play in real life. Ben is a 22-year-old recent college graduate, and he feels ready to reap the rewards of his degree. Ben just got started at his first job as an event coordinator at a resort. Once an event gets underway, Ben can usually be found in the office on his phone eating leftover hors d'oeuvres. One night after an especially large event, Ben realizes he didn't start the closing process early enough. He's running behind. So he asks Shayla, the catering captain, to help clean up. I mean, sure, pre-close cleaning is technically in his job description, but he didn't go to college to pick up trash, right? The catering captain has her own work, but she helps him in the spirit of teamwork. 2 weeks later, he is still lounging around in the office and asking catering for help with pre-close at the last minute. So I think, as you can probably gather from this scenario description, Ben is lacking some essential career readiness skills that he may be absolutely oblivious to. Let's consider some things that may happen with Ben if this continues. Some questions to ask about scenarios like this include, what has Ben doing wrong? It's not maybe so much what Ben is doing, but maybe what he's not doing. What should Ben be doing instead of being in the office eating hors d'oeuvres and playing with his phone? How might Shayla, the catering captain, handle this situation, whereas she's actually doing another coworker's job consistently over time? And if a situation like this were to continue over time, what are some of the likely results? So what could happen to Ben if this goes on? What could be the consequences to Shayla and her catering team? What could be the consequences to the customer? So let us know your answer to one reflective question on the left and also a fun question from the column on the right. And also, just wanted to let you all know that there are really two people to contact with questions. If you have questions about the National Officer election process, then you'll contact my friend and colleague Tyler Chaffin at tchaffin@skillsusa.org. But if you have questions about the Skills USA Career Essentials course, then you'll contact me. I'm Megan Flynn. You can email me at mflynn@skillsusa.org. I can also help you with the other two courses that are required for your National Officer application, which are the Framework Certification course and the CTE Knowledge Certification course. Just like the Career Essentials Advanced course, both of those have been added to your learner dashboard within your Absorb account at no cost to you. All right, so we've talked about career readiness as a concept. We've already learned maybe a little bit about each other if you've already been on some of the meetings or email chain. Now let's go ahead and learn a little bit about Career Essentials and how Career Essentials teaches career readiness. Career Essentials, remember, is a turnkey curriculum. So you're doing things online like e-modules and quizzes, but you're also doing activities offline and then creating files about your experience. We define career readiness in Career Essentials by the Skills USA framework. So that's one really important thing the Career Essentials curriculum does. It defines career readiness. We consider a career-ready individual as a person who has mastered all of the 17 essential elements within the Skills USA framework. So if you've mastered the Skills USA framework skills at a level that's appropriate for your age or your time in life, then you're a career-ready person. But it's not enough to really just be able to name the essential elements, right? You actually have to master, you have to acquire, you have to be able to apply those skills in real life situations. And that's what the course does. The course is going to implement the framework skills within you, the learner, so that you can use them in real life situations that you're going to encounter on the job. And then Career Essentials also measures the acquisition of your career readiness skills. So before you do anything else, you're going to take a pre-assessment that measures your beginning level of career readiness knowledge. You're then going to take the course, and then after the course, you'll do a 50-question post-assessment. And when we compare your pre-assessment score with your post-assessment score, we can really get an idea for how much your career readiness comprehension has grown. So just as I mentioned before, the entire Career Essentials Advanced course consists of a pre-assessment, 5 instructional units that are pictured here, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and Unit 5, a capstone unit, and then a post-assessment, which is very similar to that pre-assessment. When you pass the entire course and post-assessment with a score of 80% or higher, you get this Skills USA Career Essentials credential, which you can actually then put on your professional portfolio. So I just used a word there that you may not know about yet, and that's okay if you don't. But throughout this course, as part of your career readiness capstone, you're actually going to be creating your own unique professional portfolio. Every young adult, or older adult for that matter, should have a professional portfolio. This is the document or the collection of documents that you put online or that you put with the application package to try to get a job someplace. Throughout your Career Essentials experience, you're going to be creating project activities, and the best of those are going to be put in your capstone or your portfolio. They're going to include things like resume, cover letter, writing samples, some of your best work that you do in the course, but could also include things like letters of recommendations from your advisors or photos of things that you've done in class. I also want to make a few points from the syllabus. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at that. Be sure to look at that unit activity table that I mentioned in the email, because that's going to tell you when every learning event is due, and it's also going to tell you how assignments or project activities have been changed, or even if we're skipping them altogether. Also, some of your project activities will be declined, and then you're going to receive edits on how to make them better so that you can upload them or replace them. This is just so you can have really nice, really flawless work to put in your capstone that one day you can show to an employer. Doesn't mean that you did a bad job if something gets declined. It just means that, you know, anything that you ever put in front of a potential employer has to be perfect. So that's why we're making those edits. Also, unlike typical project activities, any project activity marked capstone artifact is not a fillable PDF. You actually have to create a document from scratch. So it should have your name, the date you wrote it, and a title. If you need help, you can email me or drop into my Zoom office hours as described on the syllabus. All right, so your next steps. Log into your account at absorb.skillsusa.org, start the Career Essentials Advanced curriculum, and take that pre-assessment. In the email that you're receiving with this screencast, you are going to have that proctored login. You're going to have an attachment that's going to be your unit planning table. And you've also got a learner's guide to absorb, which is going to be very visible right at the top of your dashboard when you log in. If you kind of get stuck with how to use the learning management system or take the course, the answer is almost definitely in there. All right, so that's all I've got for you this evening. I hope this has been helpful, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all throughout your Career Essentials experience.